Good afternoon. I heard my name. I hope he said something good. I don't speak Greek, so let me tell you a bit about what we do and why we're here. So, when we say crisis in the last 5 years, everyone talk about COVID. But COVID in Lebanon was just a walk in the park. It was very easy compared to the crisis we survived and we had to pass through. One day we woke up and we saw all our bank deposits have been wiped out. Nothing left. And people who used to make 2,000 euros a month started suddenly making 50 euros per month. So it was a crisis of purchasing power, and it was a very difficult economic crisis. But this wasn't the end. A year later, we had the largest non-nuclear blast in the port of Beirut, which destroyed technically more than half of the houses there. And to add to it, the recent war that we had. So all of this led us to try to find a solution and to see what we can do. Okay. And one of the markets we looked at was the Athenian and the Greek market. Why? Because, first of all, Athens is very close to Lebanon. The culture is somehow the same, and people enjoy the good food and the good weather and the good environment. So, to seek stability after I talked about all this crisis, we thought, okay, let's find a solution here in Athens. And we established Apta management to help Lebanese in their property development and in property management as well. So, to tell you briefly about what Lebanese investors are looking for, I group them into 3 types. The first type are people looking for a pied-à-terre, looking for a vacation home. As I mentioned, Greece has great cuisine, great weather, and nice people. So some people use this to invest and find a place as their vacation home. The second group are the golden visa seekers. Lebanon is the #1 golden visa seekers per capita in Athens. We're in the top 3 countries, so we're not the highest country, but per capita, the population of Lebanon is barely 5 million. We have more than 1,000 golden visas in Greece because people want their alternative and their safety to ensure mobility in the region. And finally, we have the ROI-focused investors, and this is what we do in Apta. So it's to try to find a solution for the capital sitting at home. So when we lost our bank money, people tried to sell their deposits at a discount, and many expats who used to live in countries where they're not allowed to buy properties, they used to invest back in Lebanon, and now they want to diversify, and there were a lot of cash money sitting under the pillow. So what to do with this cash money under the pillow is to try to secure investments with a high return, and we found that in Greece. Now, when we talk about the Greek market, to just give you a sort of an information, Lebanese investors focused a lot on Athens and Corinthos. And why these two? Although Greece, and I get this question often, why not on the islands or other areas, or Thessaloniki, which is also a great city? Why is the focus in Athens and in this area? The answer is that we are a high context culture where we base our investment on personal knowledge, on trust, and we need to come and visit our property. So simply investing in a place where the airport is far or we need to commute, it would be very difficult, and people prefer to invest where the airport, the international airport is, which connect Beirut to Athens, which is in Athens. And if you want to talk about Corinthos, I always say the joke, it's the most highly marketed city in the Bible. So every Sunday people go to church and they hear that the letters to the people of Corinthos. So Lebanese people know Corinthos very well from the Bible, and they come and invest here. So let me talk a bit about the challenges and what we are planning to do in the future. So the challenges in the Greek market, first of all, we have legal system challenges, navigating a slow and complex bureaucracy. Any one of you who's doing property development in Greece knows how hard it is to get the licenses, get the permits, and even afterwards, when you finish your development, to get the water and necessary electricity and so on and so forth. And in investments, time is money, and we believe that this is a hurdle, and it's impacting our investors and the investments we do here. The second challenge we are facing pertains to the construction workforce, where Greece is booming in the construction and in real estate, and there are a lot of shortages and delays in the project timeline. So every time we had a timeline in the contract, now we learned not to put any timeline in any contract. So barely you see property development with no timelines, and here we are having them because of the shortage in the labor force. And all of you know about some other regulatory challenges and the changes in the regulatory environment. So the environment for the golden visa and for the construction permits are constantly also changing, and we have to keep to pace to be able to implement our project rightfully. So, in conclusion, some of these challenges are leading us to think into future opportunities. The challenges that we discussed about the labor force in property management, we are working now currently on developing a chatbot and AI agents to try to service clients more efficiently. So you know that tourists in Athens, they come and they need fast to inquire, they need some recommendations about restaurants, where to go, what is the exact address, and certain things. And definitely AI will help us here provide prompt answers and 24-hour service to the clients. And definitely we are still committed to bridge Lebanese capital with the real estate market, especially that, as we say, it is real. Real estate is real. People want to invest. They are afraid about the value of the currency, about the value of the dollars. Gold is a non-yielding asset, so the only asset people feel safe investing in is this real estate. Thank you and have a good day.